Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Just in time for the Kentucky Derby coming up this weekend, I have a recipe for mint julep syrup that we're going to be water bath canning, and we're also going to show you how to make the perfect mint julep. This recipe is also great because it is good for iced tea as well as making sodas and a variety of other things. So I have this massive amount of mint growing in my front garden bed. I do have a combination of spearmint and peppermint mixed in together. Most people use spearmint, but you can really use any types of mint. There's lots of types of mint. So here I wanted to show you how I strip the bottom leaves off. It's just a really fast way to get the bottom leaves that are usually more yellowed and dirty off. If you've watched any of my flower bouquet videos, this is what I do when I harvest my flowers and get the bottom leaves off the stems as well to get them ready for a vase. So super easy way to do it, and just leave all of those leaves in the yard or in your bed and they will turn into compost. So I've got a big bunch of mint here. You really want to have, when it's all said and done, you want to have just a lot. You want it to be really minty in flavor. And I'm using the same technique to just use my fingers, run down the length of the stem and get the leaves off. It's the quickest way to do it. And then you can just pluck off the top leaf as well. And every time I'm making and editing these videos, I always think about how I wish you guys could smell the smells because they're so beautiful. And now I've got this beautiful, lovely pile of mint leaves. So next up, I just put a rough chop on these. No need to be really specific about it. I'm going to add them to a measuring cup and prepare to make basically a really strong mint tea with this. Especially now with having a baby, I've gotten really good at getting my canning set up in advance or the day before. So I've got all my tools, jars, lids, and rings ready to go. So what I'm doing now is just adding these leaves. I had about 4 cups of chopped mint leaves, and I'm adding it to about 8 cups of water. And once this has boiled, I boiled it for about 15 minutes, and then I let it steep with the lid on for another 15 minutes. So next up, my strongly brewed mint tea goes back into the pot, and I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of lemon juice to brighten the flavor and also help with the acidity level with the preservation process. And then after that, you're going to want to add 8 total cups of sugar. So not pictured here. I did add some more sugar to this. I am basically going for a 1-to-1 sugar syrup ratio. There's different ratios that you can use, but 1-to-1 is kind of like the classic simple syrup ratio, and it comes out a thickness that I prefer. So a little taste test. Yep, tastes bright and minty. We're going to bring this to a boil just to dissolve the sugar. And then I am adding a touch of green food coloring. I know some people would freak out because a lot of people don't like to use colorants. I know that it's not 100% natural. So just keep in mind that you don't have to do that. You can keep it the natural kind of light brown color, but I really wanted these to be green. I'm going to be gifting some of these and putting on a cute label, and it's just more fun that way. So I try to avoid dyes most of the time, but I ended up adding a few drops, and wait till you see how hilarious. I think the color turned out pretty funny. And because I'm putting labels on these, notice that I'm using I'm using a flat-sided mason jar. So the one that you saw on the left side of the screen was flat. For most of these, I ended up finding about 6 of the jars that don't have like the big ball logo on it. I was just showing you guys a comparison between the flat-sided jars you can get versus the ones with the logo and all the measurements on it. So check it out. This color is pretty funny. I think it looks kind of like Nickelodeon slime or just something like radioactive even. Usually you see like mint jellies or mint syrups are a much darker green color, but I figured I was going to have to add way more food coloring to it than I wanted to in order to achieve that. So I just quit, and this color is surely beautiful as well. Here you see I'm doing the all-important step of always wiping the rims of your jars so that the seal of the lid can stick to it and get sealed, and nothing's going to interrupt creating that suction. Adding the lids here, check it out. So these are going to go into the jacuzzi, and just a reminder, we're water bathing these for 10 minutes. So anytime you water bath something for 10 minutes or more, you actually do not have to pre-sterilize your jars, lids, and rings. There they go. Big thanks to my husband Daniel for finishing up this project for me while our little one needed some attention. Daniel actually enjoys canning quite a lot. We can a lot of beans together, as well as like soups, stews, and meals ready to eat. So we'll definitely have more of those videos coming. So be sure to subscribe for that. And I just think these came out beautiful. They're like a fluorescent color. It's really quite lovely. And next up, I'm going to show you the labels. Oh, just kidding. Next up, I'm showing you how we make a mint julep. Very simple drink. It's going to be 1 part bourbon to 1 part of the mint julep syrup. You can adjust that to your liking. And Daniel actually went a little light on the syrup here. And then I always recommend to muddle some more fresh mint into there. And there you have it. Once again, it doesn't have to be an alcoholic beverage. You can add this to iced tea. You can add it to some soda water. And here are the beautiful labels that I made using onlinelabels.com. I don't have any affiliation with onlinelabels.com, but I use them for all of my products that I sell at my farmer's market booth or gift to people. And I highly recommend them to level up your label game. So that's it, guys. Making simple syrups and canning them is easy peasy. Basically a 1-to-1 water to sugar ratio with some lemon juice water bath for 10 minutes. I will see you guys on the next video, and thank you so much.